Oh, so I'm Garry Fraser. I'm a writer, director, producer. I don't know what else I am. Rapper, dad, and I'm in Cannes.
Muay Thai fighter.
Muay Thai fighter. Well, Muay Thai trainer.
To be.
Yes.
What about yourself?
My name's Paul Sinclair. I'm a cinematographer. Still a student at this moment in time, but yeah, just kind of new to the industry. Very big change for myself. Our intentions for coming to Cannes Film Festival mainly was to promote Supply and Demand, which is Garry's TV series that he's promoting just now. We came here to hopefully mingle with more filmmakers, creative geniuses and stuff like that. And we're just hoping that this can maybe make a mark in the French scene and to maybe bring something Scottish for a change, because I feel like there's a lack of Scottish films and any Scottish tone at all in the whole film industry.
I think for me, the intention of coming here was maybe to come back next year with a feature maybe and get to understand the lay of the land, the market, and I guess try to relax while I'm here as well and just like, I don't know, just be sort of dream a wee bit, you know, maybe it'd be possible to, as I say, come back and, you know, if all that fails, I was thinking about maybe becoming like a professional masseuse to this 81-year-old billionaire who's in a yacht across there. I heard she was looking for some Scottish toy boy, so I don't know, I just want to put my name in the application. You never know where that'll lead, and if that fails, hopefully I can maybe privately fund my own stuff. And I guess you try to understand the market as well. I'm not going to get any Creative Scotland funding, I'm not going to get any BBC Scotland funding, so it's just trying to figure out what a funding model would be around for my own stuff. Like, coming to Cannes is it's not difficult, but I think when you stay in areas of poverty and then you come to Cannes, you realise there's no cost of living crisis. It's a lot of bullshit that our country makes up. You know, there's this cost of living crisis, and there evidently isn't a cost of living crisis. But I guess the affluence that's here, the money that's here, it is inspiring. It is like motivating, I guess, to go back and trying to have a more can-do attitude and try to be a wee bit more positive with the art as well. You know, like if I'd told the young Garry 19 years ago who first started making movies that he'd be sitting in Cannes speaking with yourself, speaking with guys that are here, I would have bit your hand off for it. So I guess it's like my trick while I'm here is not to let my head run and stop and just have moments of gratitude, the fact that I'm living my dream.
Okay. What's the most pretentious thing you've seen or heard since you've been here?
The most pretentious thing, I've not really seen it as it's a very smoke and mirrors type place. I think if you scratch the surface, the pretentiousness is there, but I've not seen it. I think the worst that we came on last night was we were at a table and a woman says, this was actually reserved, but it wasn't. So that was the most pretentious thing. But again, exactly. I've not seen it. And I guess like the film world, there's a lot of genuine, just nice people. Just because you're rich doesn't mean, like, I guess inverted snobbery for me can be as bad as snobbery. Like people, like I sat down earlier on and a guy was just, I've made 40 feature films and it was very encouraging. So it's just to be around like-minded people, because you know what it's like when you're making your film. You're in a very lonely, isolated place thinking you're the only one pushing against the wind. And then you come here and realise there's loads of people pushing against the wind. So it's just, I guess it's encouraging and it keeps you on track. Maybe in 6 months' time when it's raining and shit in Scotland and you think, why the fuck am I doing this? And you question your life choices and what you're doing. Maybe try and remind myself of being here and going, oh, this is why I'm doing it. Not for Cannes, but just the experience of being at film festivals and stuff like that as well.
Feeling included in the film community here.
Yeah, but I also think as well, like, I have value in myself as a director. So coming here makes me know that when I sit amongst people who have got like loads of money to make these movies, I belong at the table. So the way I feel, I came here to Everest and put a flag in the ground. You know, like I exist, like my fucking wee things that I do in the margins of society in Scotland. I come here and they're not in the margins of society anymore. People are asking what supply and demand is. People are asking about the storylines and what I'm trying to do, like maybe like for part 4, like taking on like being kind and compassionate towards refugees, or like try to look at MI5's role in the war on drugs. Like that sort of stuff is great for me to articulate what it is that I'm doing, because a lot of the stuff is maybe written subconsciously. Like I'm not really trying to write with an agenda, I just write. And now I'm sort of reflecting on like maybe myself, like why am I writing this? Oh, that's because I believe in this, or why am I doing that? So I guess it's like a reaffirmation of my own beliefs as well.
What about yourself as a sort of person early in your journey?
Well, as I said, I mean, this is my first time actually even coming to Cannes at all. Like, even trying to associating with Garry, you know, like, I feel with not a lot under my own belt, you know, that's given me the kind of hope to, you know, go back home and just bash the pad, you know, just write until my hands are literally bleeding, do you know what I mean? It's just seeing all this, the life that you could probably get, do you know what I mean? When it is within your grasp, because you need to just get there first and then just speak, do you know what I mean? That's a big problem of mine, was just the confidence, you know, getting over the cringe wall, do you know what I mean? Just going out and just, you know, smiling about it, do you know what I mean? Instead of looking back. And I feel like looking back is the reason you can kind of slack, and looking forward is how you can open up more.
What about any other sort of independent filmmakers in Scotland would you recommend coming here?
Yeah, I think as well, like, I would recommend trying to be independent as well, like not relying on public bodies for funding, and try to take on stuff that is meaningful to yourself. And then I guess like just through pure longevity is like just keeping it up, and just I guess like 90% of it is just not giving up. You know, like I think a lot of people think it's a great idea to make a movie, but there's no fucking logical reason. You know, when you're shattered and you're falling out with your pals and everybody's letting you down, and just the usual stuff that comes with that, is just like staying the course. Like for me, like this is great, but it's no reality. And I think a lot of people wing it when they're here as well. The pretentiousness is in the yachts, the pretentiousness is in the old money that's here, the tax incentives, like all the deals are done before they're here. So the chances that you've got to make something and come to Cannes and some distributor's going to be like, this is what I've been waiting for the last 20 years. It's not going to be working like that, but I guess you can try and go, I want a plan for next year coming back. And like, look at us, like we're here. There's no millionaires backing us, there's no, like, so it's achievable to come from Kirkcaldy, to come from Fife, to come from Muirhouse, to come from Poulton, and actually bring your work to here and just get it recognised that you do exist. You know, your art form is pure, your art form is real, and it's connecting with audiences. And I think for me, like, that should, like, I guess money should be the reward on stuff and never the motivation. And I think if you keep that in your arsenal, everything's achievable, you know?
No. I was going to ask, what would you do differently if you come back next year?
I think I would get over that initial confidence crisis. Like, I'm always cautious about, I know that I have a very hard accent for anybody to understand outside Scotland. And I get excited when I speak about movies, and I can see them just nodding their head like this, like, I've not got a fucking clue what this Scottish guy's saying, but you fucking seem to be scared of me, you know? And that's just passion, but like for me, it's getting over that. And what I would do differently is probably get my posters made up with the cute, like we had a few things, like we were rushing stuff before we came here, so like getting the poster made up for what I was doing. We used an old poster with an old QR code, so marketing, and I guess like I would create a gimmick this time. And I don't know what, like when I was at Sheffield Dockfest, I seen these guys that had launched a distribution company and they gave away free ice cream. So everybody had to come to these guys for this free ice cream, and I'd fuck out to do with ice cream. The ice cream was just a marketing ploy. And it's the same way like the old Hacienda. You remember the clothing brand Geo Joy? So they were all selling ecstasy, and everybody was buying their ecstasy at Hacienda. So they got these white t-shirts and printed Geo Joy on the t-shirts, and then the t-shirts go better than that. So that gimmick, I think, coming back. Thank you. Bonjour. Merci. So I think creating something, like, again, people love Scotland. Like what you guys do with the kilts, you then need to try and approach anybody, they'll approach you. But having something that's gone, oh, we have a slate of funding here, we're looking for, so I guess getting that business case more in when somebody says, what do you need? Instead of going, I need money, well, I need this much. And yeah, I think that's what I would do a bit differently, and try to contact people before Cannes to ask for a meeting while I was here. Like ChatGPT is great for that. It can tell you who's coming to Cannes, it can tell you what production companies, what distribution companies, what sales agents you can contact, who's the head of the, because at the moment we're just winging everything. So it'd be good to try and send my work out to people and say, are you interested in social realism? And and no disrespect to these guys, if they can get their stuff onto Amazon and fucking whatever they've got their stuff onto, then that's what I would probably try and do, contact the platforms or the aggregators to say, look, I've finished work here and I'm looking to try and take it to market. That would be the difference for coming back next year. And maybe rolling up on the, I think you should do it as well, but the Cans have got that, obviously, it's not a producing course, but there's a producer's thing that you can go on, so I'd probably like to try and do that for next year as well. You could probably get funded as well, like Creative Scotland or whatever, like it's an easier application to put money in to go in the producer's lab the more it is to try and get money to make the feature movie and stuff like that as well. But I think when you're being when we're being so critical in the public bodies, we're also making it more difficult for them to try and dump. But when you go to the Screen Scotland thing last night, they're pretentious motherfuckers. Like the fact that you got knocked back for it, like for me, like that's a fucking tragedy. Like you're here, you're self-funded, you're making stuff. They should be opening the door and introducing you to anybody who'll fucking listen. And I think that's for me, it's the snobbery. And it's not the snobbery for the French people, it's not the snobbery for the international people, it's the snobbery for your own people. The gatekeepers that don't want to see cunts like us making drama.
It's like they're holding us back in a kind of way. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're stopping ourselves from, you know, getting out there. Do you know what I mean? It's like a complete curveball. Do you know what I mean? We want to help each other, but then we don't want each other to succeed. You know, like it should be, we're all in it together, because that's the whole part of the creative process. It's not just one person, it's always millions behind.
On the whole, it's been worth the personal investment.
Mate,
Looking at it from that perspective.
Mate, I'm obviously a sex addict, right? So being around fucking all these models, like that was worth it in itself. Like, I'm trying not to be like fucking like chauvinist or whatever, but fuck me, like this is the most beautiful place in the world. And to be here and see that, you're just like, wow. You know, like just that in itself. But being at the beach, I mean, can you get a more nicer place? The beach is beautiful, the food is beautiful, the people are beautiful, the language, the culture, like all that sort of stuff as well. Like for me, that's for personal growth. That's just as important. You know what I mean? And I guess my problem is, like when these models are walking past me and the big man and undressing us with their eyes, like I feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm more than a bit of meat. You know, and they need to remember that.
That's a good way to end that.